Hey everyone, and welcome back to Spill the Tea, your go-to podcast for marketing gossip and occasional corporate chaos. I'm Felipe, and today I'm joined by some of my best friends, Sarah and Angie.
Hey guys, I'm Angie and I'm so excited to be here in this new episode.
Yeah, me too. How have you guys been?
It has been a busy week, but I'm trying my best.
I'm sure of that. So, before starting, we want to apologize for the new format of this episode.
We know we normally record in person, but I'm not feeling well today. And as we didn't want to delay this new episode, we thought that the best option was to do it through a Zoom call.
That's right. So we hope the audience enjoyed this episode just as much as the others.
Absolutely. And today we're talking about one of the most beloved brands by us Colombians, which is, of course, Ramo.
Finally, we have an episode about my favorite snack brand. I love Chocoramo and Tostacos.
Totally, but we know Ramo is more than just a couple of good snacks. They're a food powerhouse in our country, earning a 1.8% of the total market share by selling cakes, chips, cookies, and so much more.
Also, it's a brand we are used to see everywhere in our life, like in a family gatherings, school events, and even road trips.
So let's break it down for the people that may not know a lot about this brand.
Okay, so basically, Ramo is a staple in its industry, being leaders in bakery, pastries, and all kinds of snacks. As Angie said before, Chocoramo and Tostacos are some of their most beloved products, along with Ponque Gala, Gansito, Colaciones, and Maicitos.
They are really popular, so you could imagine our surprise when Sarah told us she has never eaten maicitos.
I know, and we couldn't let it stay like that. So earlier today, Angie and I sent her some to try them here on the podcast with you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for surprising me with this really nice gift. I'm so excited to see what they taste like.
So, with no more explanations, please tell us what you think about them.
Sure, I'm trying the Nutella flavor ones. The package looks really cool. So let's open. Mm, they're really tasty. Like a salty but not overwhelming flavor. But they also have a funny shape.
Yeah, they're really good. But from 1 to 10, how much would you say you like them?
I'd say maybe an 8.
That's amazing. We are glad you finally taste them and like them. But back with what we are talking about, Ramo is also getting into a healthy stuff with the Ramo Equilibrio line, which basically features their normal products but made with a healthy recipe.
That's right. They're covering everything from guilty pleasure to healthy kicks. But let's be honest, I think Chocoramo is still the best.
For sure, it's like childhood wrapped in chocolate. Everyone associates Ramo with their Chocoramo.
And the spin-offs, they got mini chocoramos, chocoramo corners, chocoramo blanco, and even a chocoramo ice cream.
But right now, our audience must to be wondering how did Ramo get to be this big of a company? Sarah, Felipe, hit us with the backstory.
All right, everything started in Bogota around 1950. Rafael Molano and his wife Ana Luisa Camacho started baking cakes at home.
Yeah. At first, they sold whole cakes, but eventually realized that people needed snacks for everyday life, so they made smaller portions to sell.
Fast forward in 1964, their first plant opened, leading them to create Chocoramo in 1972, soon becoming a national icon.
Yeah. And in the 80s, they opened a new plant in Valle del Cauca. So by 2018, they were going international. They were in the US, Canada, Chile, Australia, and so much more countries.
And finally, we get to 2024. They're innovating like crazy with the new Chocoramo cookie.
I love that, from a family kitchen to the global shelves. And the best part, they have stayed true to their roots.
Exactly. And that's what's part that make it a brand that is so powerful. They still feel like a family brand that we all know. Even with all their growth, they never miss on the quality of their products.
And I think it's that family vibe that make people loyal to Ramo.
That and the fact that their products generate this sort of Colombian pride. Like, it doesn't matter where you go if you have a chocoramo. It's like carrying a piece of Colombian with you.
Yeah, Ramo is definitely a really successful brand.
But I think there is a lot more to a brand than what we just discussed, right?
Absolutely. In fact, there is something called brand dimensions, which are basically key aspects that define how brand is structured, perceived, and valued.
That's right. Could you tell our audience what are these dimensions we are talking about?
Sure, we have a brand identity, image, value, equity, personality, promise, positioning, and experience.
But I think it will be more clear if we explain with Ramo this new concept.
For sure. Let's do it.
Alright, so first up, identity. Ramo is all about being a friendly, warm, and family-oriented brand. It's basically Colombian pride baked into every single bite.
And that connects with their image. People see Ramo as trustworthy and nostalgic. It's like when you eat Ramo, you are suddenly back in childhood.
Sure, then we got value. Ramo is more than snacks. It's about creating emotional moments, celebrations, and family time while staying affordable and accessible.
Yep. Then there's equity. Ramo has been in the game for a really long time, building customer loyalty and cultural relevance, with the best quality products that I'm sure everyone will pay for.
Now, personality. Ramo is like that cool, friendly, and outgoing aunt. It's familiar, joyful, optimistic, colorful, and most importantly, Ramo is proudly Colombian.
I love that. Next is prawns. They are committed to delivering high quality, traditional, and delicious products so that every generation of Colombians can enjoy and trust in them.
And that leads us to positioning. Ramo is the bakery and snack brand in Colombia. After 70 years, it's still the go-to for most of us. It's always reinventing, but always maintaining their homemade essence.
And last but not least, experience. Ramo gets it right. Their products look good, taste amazing, and their marketing taps into our emotions, especially nostalgia. It's not just food, it's a complete emotional based experience.
See, this is why we love ram. It's more than just a snack. It's literally part of our lives. Colombia wouldn't be the same without ram.
Exactly. And brands can learn a lot from them. Like the fact that they are staying true to their roots, but always innovating, it's really something to admire.
Right. And creating that emotional bond when your brand is part of people's stories, you will always win.
Plus, listening to customers. Ramo adapts. They didn't just sit on Chocoramo and based the whole brand around it. They made new flavors, healthier options, and never seen before presentations like the Chocoramo corners.
I totally agree. So I think we spilled all the tea on Rama today. Any final thoughts?
Classic, innovative, and Colombian to the core. You can go wrong with Ramo.
100%. And if you haven't tried the Chocoramo cookie yet, what are you waiting for?
That's a wrap. We encourage all of you to keep exploring this brand and to share your thoughts with us on our social media.
And don't forget to follow so you can join us next week for our new episode. Until next time,
Keep
your
Tea.
hot.
If your tea has done what we just discussed,
viscose
perdón.
And value.
estrote.
Ramo is like a carrying up a pay.
Really tasty, like a salty but
Para. Muy tarde.
Sí.
Hot.